back at work, back in New York, and my goal for 2019 is to make better quality videos with better quality information in them. So I wanted to mention that there is a sapphire crystal version of this watch that's made for the Asian market from what I googled. My watch came from Germany and it has a mineral crystal, and it seems the mineral crystal version, which is the AT2390-82, is for the European market. The AT2390-58 is for the Asian market, and a few of the websites in Japan had the 58 version with the sapphire crystal, but they're not available at this time. Price range is about the same at $200 for the mineral or the sapphire crystal version. In the US, if you're trying to get this watch in the US, most likely it will be easier to get it from the German or European market. The AT2390 uses the H500 caliber, which is the three sub dials, and it has a 60-minute chronograph, water resistance up to 100 meters, and there's three color ranges of this. If it ends in L, like AT2390-82L, the L is for blue. If it ends in E, it's black, and A is for white with black sub dials. There's also a leather strap version of this watch, but the one I have is a stainless steel bracelet. So again, there is a sapphire version of this watch. Might be better quality parts for the steel bracelet and the case body, I'm not sure. It is unavailable at this time from what I could find, and if you're ordering, trying to get this in the US, likely you're going to get it from the German market or the European market. Anyway, enjoy the video review. I missed back from vacation, so I just wanted to insert this before the video. At the end of the review that you're going to see now, I have a blooper reel where I try to shoot the review video at the end of the resort, but I couldn't, it didn't go well. So enjoy, guys. I'll see you guys later. I have another video, more videos coming up later, guys. Wristwatch check shot. And I've been wearing this on vacation for almost a week now. I wore this on the beach, I wore this in the pool, wore it through the airport from New York all the way to Antigua, wore it around town here where it's very humid, rained every day. So very, the waterproofness of Citizen watches was never an issue. Very waterproof, good quality watch. I tried to scuff it up, scratch it up on the beach, but it held out very, very well. So we're going to flip the camera around and take a closer look at my Citizen Chronograph sub 40mm watch, or my 39. It's a 39mm watch, and it's something new they're doing, and I love it. I love this watch. Few gripes, 2 or 3 gripes I'm going to discuss in the video. Alright guys, see you guys next one. So we're going to start with some Lume shots. This is the Lume shot at dusk, like when the sun is setting. It's pretty bright and blue. It looks really good. Now, when you get to nighttime, you see the Lume is limited to the hands, the hour, minute hand, and the markings for the time. No sub-dial Lume on this. Hey guys, welcome back. New year, new watches, and I'm finally going to review the Citizen Chronograph watch. It is one of the first sub 40mm in diameter chronograph that Citizen has made in as long as I've been alive. Usually their watches tend to be between 42 and 46mm for the chronograph. You really get anything under 42, but they just went right to 39. I did some unboxing measurements of this watch, and it measured exactly about 39mm across the dial. I can't remember the lug to lug. I believe the lug to lug, the tip of the lug here to the bottom tip here, was about, I want to say 42, 44. I'm not sure, I don't remember, but check back to that unboxing video. I'm going to put the link actually on this video or in the description below. Now, my early gripes on this watch were, first of all, the bracelet was really, really cheap and rattly. The date display window is hard to read. It says it's January 24th, and even in this video you kind of see how hard it is to read. So imagine if it's like on the glare, on the sunlight, the watch is on your wrist at an angle. It's impossible to read that display window, and I've had other Citizen watches before, and this is the first time I've ever had a date display window was so buried inside the face of the watch. I like the dial layout. The font and everything is beautiful on this watch. The tachymeter font and the layout of that is really well done. The hands, I like the sub-dial hands being white. It's almost sort of like a homage to Speedmaster, the Speedmaster Moonwatch. The way you have the white dial hands on the black sub-dial with sort of the white font there. This watch is navy blue. At first I thought it was a brighter blue, but it's definitely like a dull, sort of like a dull navy blue. It's dark, it looks black under some sunlights, but because of the juxtaposition of the charcoal, sort of like a chalkboard gray sub-dial here, it looks more navy blue when you look at it in sunlight here. And I've been wearing this watch. I'm in Antigua at Veranda Resorts, and I've been wearing this watch. We've been here, today is Thursday, we've been here since Sunday, and I've been wearing this watch for quite a bit, in the beach, in the pool. And one of the things I realized is that the bracelet is really cheap, and it got wet a couple of times on the beach in that salt water. And I wanted to put this watch through the ringers, and the metal sort of had a weird smell, like it was oxidizing or something. Like when metal is rusting, it had that weird smell. The bracelet is very cheap. I actually tried to scuff this up, but the stainless steel is very scratch resistant, so it's pretty good in that department. It did get one scuffing, and I think that was actually at the airport flying in. It got a bit of scuff in there when I was folding my my daughter's stroller. But I love the way that actually that bezel ring is polished. And Citizen, their design quality is really high scale. So you have alternated matte and polished finishes throughout this watch, and it looks really good. Again, my only gripe is the bracelet, the hard to read sub-dial. And one other thing I realized is the chronograph is a ticker. It doesn't sweep like previous Citizen watches. You hit the upper pusher, and it just starts ticking away. So it ticks and stops and move. There's no feedback on that pusher. Like sometimes you push it, it doesn't even feel like you pushed it. And you could automatically reset by pushing the B pusher, and it flips back there. Get it ticking again, and you could pause it with the upper pusher, and there's no feedback. Kind of wish there was like a click sound or sort of a tactile feedback. You don't get that here. You can resume it by pushing that, and just do automatic sweep back, and there you go. And you have the 24-hour sub-dial. The 60-minute chronograph goes up to 60 minutes, and the seconds at the 6 o'clock sub-dial. Eco Drive and Citizen. One of the biggest gripes I realized above the date display window on a cheap bracelet. But I mean, you could get past the date display window on a bracelet. You could always replace it. Is the Citizen logo is really big in sort of in relation to the rest of the watch. The font is small for the tachymeter. Eco Drive is small, but the Citizen logo on a watch like this, it looks very, very big. Now I don't have my Speedmaster with me, but by comparison, you can see my Casio Edifice, how the logo for the Casio Edifice is sort of small in relation to the rest of the watch, the way the dial is laid out. Excuse me. Okay, so I just took the Casio watch off just to show you guys another thing that was been on my mind with the Citizen chronograph. And a lot of chronograph Citizen, except for the caliber 2100, where there's 3 sub-dials are laid out. You notice the sub-dials on the Citizen watch are sort of almost, it looks like one of those Benoit diagrams where the circles overlap, and you have like some sort of common thing that where the circles overlap. It kind of looks like that, where the circles almost touch, the sub-dial circles, I mean. But on the Casio Edifice, it's more of a Speedmaster style, where the panda face is more leveled on the 2 sub-dial there, and the third 6 o'clock sub-dial is dropped down. So the sub-dials never touch. They don't like, you can see how it looks. It looks more relaxed, and I like the sub-dial of this one, the way the sub-dials are laid out. It's more panda Speedmaster looking than the Citizen sub-dial, where it's all pinched together in the middle there. I kind of don't like that. I wish it was more like the Casio Edifice or like the Speedmaster's Moonwatch, kind of the way those sub-dials are spread out. And I kind of like that design. It lends for a more relaxed looking watch. Here it's all pinched together, and I don't like the way Citizen does the design of the sub-dial. It's a beautiful watch. This one is, I believe, this Casio is 3940 millimeters. It's a sub 40. These are both sub 40 millimeter watches. But Citizen has done something well here, and I think it's something they could only build on in the future. In the sub 40 millimeter chronographs with a date display window and a 24-hour indicator. The crown is not a screw-down crown. It's really easy to set this watch. It's a very simple watch to use and set. There's no, secrets. If you ever set a watch that had a chronograph for the date and time, it's really easy here. The clasp is alright. It does stay secure on your wrist. The bracelet is very comfortable. There's no issue with comfort in this bracelet, but it just feels cheap when you feel it. It feels hollow. Actually, the end links here, I believe that's what you call end links. You can see in there, they're kind of hollow. There's no meat in there. It's just hollowed at the tip right there where it meets the lugs. There's no meat. There's no real kind of like quality in that design there. And I kind of wish they were just folded out a bit more. But then again, like this is, I paid about $200 I paid for this watch. You can get these from the $200 to $300 range. I don't think I've seen this above $300. I'm not sure what the retail on this was, but yeah, like if you get this for under $200, then it's a good bargain for a sub 40 millimeter chronograph watch. It looks good. I need to do a Lume Shot. It's really bright here. I don't think I'm gonna get a Lume Shot in sunny Antigua, but yeah, guys. Highly recommend it. There's no issues there. You could always take the bracelet off. The date display window, you're not always looking at the date. It's not something you're always going to look at. And I do wish the sub-dial rings were more spread out and more relaxed looking instead of being pinched together here. I do like the dial hands. I like the white dial hands, the white chronograph seconds hand, the white sub-dial hands. It does have that Speedmaster homage to it. I love it. And I do wish the Citizen logo up there was a pinch bit smaller instead of being just Citizen. It looks cheap. I think Citizen should have maybe put the Echo Drive logo under the Citizen Echo Drive and make the logo kind of a little bit smaller on the dial hand there. So that's it, guys. Full review on this watch. There's not much I could say. It's a simple watch to use, wear daily. It is a sub 40 millimeter watch, and that's really rare by Citizen, by most chronograph watch standards, automatic and quartz, and it's a quartz, so it's not an automatic watch. Here you can see the the date display window is much easier to read than the Casio here, which, by the way, I think the Casio, I paid $80 for this watch. It's a much better quality in design quality. I mean, design that you can see the date display window, the sub dials are more relaxed and spread out, whereas the sub dial, the date display window you can't really see there. So that's it. That's my review on this watch. So what's up, guys? I'm here in sunny Antigua, and I actually got the Citizen watch here. Camera refuses to focus, and it is a beautiful watch. Been wearing it for a couple of days now, and I guess this camera only focuses one way. So it's a good watch. Like I said, my gripes are confirmed. The bracelet, very cheap and rattly. The date display window is really hard to see.